can target anti-missile systems, penetrate the most advanced air defenses, including Israel's Iron Dome. Iran says it can travel 1,400 kilometers per hour, for a range of 1,400 kilometers, almost 900 miles. Tehran calls it a generational leap in technology. Western analysts say Iran tends to, exaggerate, gild the lily a little bit about its missile capabilities. Trita Parsi is the Executive Vice President of the Quincy Institute for Responsible Statecraft. He's also author of Losing an Enemy, and it's been a while, and it is good to see you. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so Iran claims this new hypersonic missile, I think, can travel at Mach 15 times speed of sound. They've warned in the past it can reach Israel in 400 seconds. So here's a little more now from the head of the Revolutionary Guard's Aerospace Force. Listen to this.
At a distance of 1,400 kilometers, we can accurately hit any target we want, and no anti-missile system can deal with it.
It is quite the boast. China, Russia, and North Korea all claim to have developed hypersonic missiles, which means Iran's inclusion on that list, I guess, was only a matter of time. Except here's the rub. Tehran has kind of a bit of a reputation for inflating the achievements of its missile program. Could these claims fall into that category?
They certainly could, and it perhaps would take much of the world by surprise if it turns out that they do have this capacity at this moment. What we do know at the same time is that even if they don't have it right now, they have achieved a lot of technological breakthroughs that were not expected. They have the largest arsenal of missiles in the Middle East, one of the largest at least, and the accuracy of their missiles is at a point that we did not expect them to be. So even if this specific thing may be a boast, it doesn't mean that a year from now, 2 years from now, they will not have this technology.
And the Iranian president, he's talked up the fact that, this hypersonic missile was developed at home by domestic Iranian know-how and technology. Here's a little more.
This knowledge of missile making in science and defense, as well as missile and military industries, have been indigenous in our country. It is not an imported technology, so threats cannot remove this advanced knowledge and industry.
It seems kind of hard to believe that Tehran had no help from their BFFs in Moscow. Mind you, the Russian hypersonic missiles haven't worked so great in Ukraine to this point. So the point here seems to be this missile, if it was built or is being built, is happening despite a really tough regime of international economic and other sanctions, right?
Certainly, and the thing is, it's probably a significant exaggeration that this is all domestic technology in the sense that they had invented it. But in the sense that they are producing it at home, meaning that it is beyond the reach of various forms of sanctions, that is probably true because the Iranians have developed under sanctions in some aspects as a result of sanctions. A lot of these technologies and industries, all internally, in order to make sure that they have this know-how without it being subject to the dangers of sanctions disrupting it.
And the US State Department says it's aware of the claims, and a spokesperson also noting about ongoing efforts to try and prevent Iran from developing this technology. Listen to this.
We continue to use a variety of non-proliferation tools, including sanctions, to counter the further advancement of Iran's ballistic missile program and its ability to proliferate missiles and related technology to others. I would say that despite the restrictions on Iran's missile-related activities under UN Security Council Resolution 2231, Iran continues to seek a range of missile technologies from foreign suppliers and to conduct ballistic missile tests in defiance of the resolution.
It's doing a lot more than seeking, it's getting by the sounds of things, and sanctions and isolation, they may be slowing Iran down a little bit here with its missile and nuclear programs, but they're not shutting those programs down completely. So at this point, what will?
Well, first of all, you're absolutely right. Sanctions and isolation have not worked. And that is absolutely clear. If they would have worked, we would not be in the current situation. The only time the United States has succeeded in changing a core Iranian national security policy has been through diplomacy and the negotiations that took place around the JCPOA. That's the only example the United States has of being able to shift Iran's policy. Sanctions and all of these different measures at times slow down their progress, but at the same time tend to intensify their determination to get that technology.
Job chapter 6 and verse 20. They were confounded because they had hoped. They came hither and were ashamed. For now ye are nothing. You see my casting down, and ye are afraid. Giving all praise and honor, glory to the Most High Power, Israel, Yahweh, Bashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Ruha, Ruka, Kudash. Double honors to mighty men, the elders and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep, the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth in humbleness, sincerity. Again, I'm going to say shalom, and unfortunately that was a mainstream media coverage of what I brought out most recent. Okay, they're downplaying it. Okay, and America, unfortunately, America's gonna go out in its pride. Okay, I brought that out in the past video. Actually, I did that video on Rumble. Pride cometh before destruction. Okay, while they continue to celebrate nonsense and downplaying this condition, okay, a sudden judgment just gonna play out. Let's get that classic. Let's get that classic. Let's get the classic. Second Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Okay, while they downplaying, you know, Iran's hypersonic capabilities, you know, in their comfort, little America gonna get blown to hellfire, and Babylon the Great gonna follow suit. They both gonna get burnt away suddenly. Okay, that's what's gonna play out, unfortunately. And you know, Babylon the Great, in the you know, in their pride and belief that they're going to just continue to go forward, pushing wicked decrees throughout this world, that's going to come to an end, right? Let's get Psalms 129:5. Yeah, so you heard it for yourself. Of course, the mainstream media, of course, they would downplay it, and they're going to downplay many things going into that great day. Because if we had to, you know, take it to America, Babylon the Great, this wicked kingdom will go on forever and ever with no judgment. That's what apologetics and, okay, everyone that's against the truth, that's what they would teach. Of course, a wicked Babylonian system will believe it will go on and on without judgment. La'ah. Sudden destruction is coming to this land very soon. Okay. Psalms 129. Let me see. I think I want verse 5. And this a jab at everyone that's against the truth. Okay. Let's read this. Psalms 129:5. Let them all be confounded and turn back that hate Zion. Okay. Because when this judgment play out, Not only the wicked's going to be confounded, they're going to be destroyed. And it's coming great judgment, going into the deliverance and the destruction of the wicked. Okay? Read that again. From the top. Psalms 129 and verse 5. Let them all be confounded and turn back that hate Zion when that great destruction play out. Okay? You have to pray for this thing because America's not our rest. Roughly paraphrasing Micah 2 and 10. America is not rest. This could never be rest for indigenous people. It will never happen. Okay? Your Democratic Party, your Republican Party, they don't give a damn about no slave history or indigenous people. They want y'all to be stupid and just drunk in the ways of this country in wickedness. Okay? But when these decrees play out, okay, it's just gonna be too late. Right? It's gonna be too late for a lot of our people in that day. Let's get Psalms 37 and 13. Right? So for us in the knowledge of this truth, just hold on to these commandments, because while the MSM push their false narratives, they're going to be judged. In the heat of their sorcery, they're going to get judged. Right? Psalms 37, I think I want verse 13. Oh, I read this one yesterday. I'll read it again. It says, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Yeah, and they hate this truth. But there's nothing the system can do to stop this coming judgment. It's fun and games. Y'all heard the audio. It's just, hip talk. He didn't say that precisely, but they kind of brushed it off when you go back and listen to that audio. But when that destruction come, it'll be too late. Right? See if there's any more. Let's get. We're gonna end it. Let me see. We're gonna go to the book of. We're gonna go all the way to Genesis. Let's just get Genesis 49 and 1. Because this is the most important thing Israelites have to do in these latter days. You have to gather in the midst of your own people. Okay? That's what the Heavenly Father wants us to do. You have to gather while these days of Jacob's trouble build up and increase depending on where you're at. Israelites that's in war-torn countries is worse, but for us in Babylon the Great, we still have a chance to gather ourselves and keep these commandments before this sudden judgment come. Genesis 49 and 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. And we're emphatically living in the end. From the top. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. And we're living in the end. Okay? America can't save so-called people of color. As I said earlier, America cannot help indigenous people of this land. It's not even up for debate that, okay, the wicked seed had its time and they're on a decline, okay? They had their time and they're on a decline. The history, as I said in a recent video, neocolonialism, okay? That's fading. The real truth is out there, and any, especially simple-minded Negroes that still want to cleave to massa, you're going to get destroyed with massa now, okay? All the whitewashing, okay, the false teachings, okay? It's like going back into the understanding of apologetics. That's all falsehoods and witchcrafts, and they've been exposed. And all them simple Negroes that still cleave to that, they're going to die in judgment. A pending judgment could play out any day. Going forward, okay? It's a build-up, but you can't rule out the destruction. Okay? That was Comedy News Network. They could call it a bluff, but it won't be a bluff when that sudden destruction hit. Okay? Genesis 49:2. Gather yourselves together and hear your sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. And that's really going into this oracle and keeping the commandments of the Heavenly Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what this is going into. Not a Democratic or Republican party. That's trash. Okay? Let's get that account in Zephaniah. We're going to end it. And at some point, you know, when the Father, roughly paraphrasing, okay, Exodus 15:3, the Most High, you know, he's a man of war. The Lord is his name, and this is all of the Heavenly Father. Okay? And eventually, he gonna put a spirit on these BRICS nations to overthrow America and Little America. And that's gonna be the end. Okay? Serious times. As I said recently, these are serious times, Israel. Y'all have to stay up, man. This is the worst time to leave the truth or go back into the world. Because if you do these things, you know, you're going to be judged and it won't be good. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together, ye gather together, O nation not desired. That's dealing with the children of the diaspora scattered through the four corners of the earth. Chiefly Negroes, natives, Mexicans, all the people of the diaspora. That's what this is talking to, okay? The Hebrew Israelites. Salvation is for the 12 tribes, not everybody. But we know 2 parts of our people won't hearken. From the top. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord anger comes upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all you meek of the earth, which has wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Power of Israel, Yahweh, Ba'Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness, sincerity. Israel, I love y'all. Shalom.